Welcome to Mother's Tarot. Glad you're here. This is a new reading, new deck, actually. One that comes from past lives I have come to understand. There's no other deck out there like it because I created it. So the meanings come from Old World. This is a 52 card playing deck plus the jokers. And I'm doing a reading. This is a old world layout. It's a 21 card trajectory layout. It does include the two jokers. This was used in Old Roman, this layout, and Bohemian readers used it. So the Old Roman readers and the Old Bohemian readers used it for life path, destiny, the long arc movement, and major turning points. All right. So I asked to do this on the United States. Row 1 is the present pattern. Row 2 is the path in motion. Row 3 is the fate line. All right. So let's begin, and I'll just read this through. And after I go across, then we do another pass known as pass 1, which is the present trajectory fate. That's row by row. Pass 2 is the columns. Each column shows a storyline. So it's 4 columns. And then pass 3 identifies any jokers and court cards. Jokers are fate, king and queens are people, and the jacks are messages or young people. And I noticed there is no jokers on the board. So I'm going to start this. This is the first time I've done this. And, so let's begin. All right. Card 1 represents, and this row 1 that I'm doing is the present pattern. Shows what is active right now, the forces shaping the present moment. So the first card here is the surface, what we're looking at. And the spades represent, every spade is about death and worries, all right? And the ace represents tragedy, all right? It just says tragedy. Now, I haven't checked the news today. I know we've had a lot of tragic moments. So, tragedy. First up, the mind. All right, the mind. This is in the United States. So we've got a diamond. We've got the 2 of diamonds here for the mind. And I'm sorry about the blurriness. I tried to fix this in Zoom. I canceled the frigate account. I'll open another one and that should fix it. But this is the 2 of diamonds. Now the diamonds is positive news. All right. It's what they represent. So this tells us there's a meeting. Okay. There's a handshake there. So there's a meeting going on. All right. A productive one. The third card represents the heart. What's on the heart? And the heart, this is, okay, romance and happiness is what the hearts are about. And right now we've got a friendly flirt is what this card is pointing out. There's a friendly flirt. So someone is flirting with the heart of America or the United States. Let's just say the United States, all right? The fourth card here is the body, the material world of the United States, all right? And the clubs, all right, so we got all 4 suits up here in the first 4 cards. The clubs are the card that involves money and worries, always. Every card of the club is about, it involves money and worries. And this card in particular is the Queen of Clubs, the Queen of Clubs. All right. And it's the friendly older woman, a relation. So, I would say the fourth card is the body, the material world. So, and you can see here, she's looking at her finances, you know. The women are in especially hurting right now, is how I'm picking up from that. Okay. Fifth card is the challenges, another club. All right. So it involves money, worries. And the four of clubs, I'll show you that. I don't know if you can see it well enough. I don't know if this can clear up for you or not, but it looks kind of blurry for me. All right. The four of clubs is financial insecurity and undecided business dealings, is what that is talking about. All right. Yeah, I created these cards. I had written the meanings down to them on a regular playing deck, I don't know, a couple years ago, and stuck it aside, and now just gotten around to getting them. Okay, the sixth position here is the helper. So we've got a spade. The nine of spades is the helper. So what's going to help the United States? Because the spades is about death and worries. So this card here is about health problems, illness, a funeral. Oh, I've got a sickly one in a hospital bed there for the picture. Yeah. So health problem, illness, and funeral is what this card represents. This is what's going on right now. And I guess we are having some funerals, aren't we? The seven is the immediate outcome. Okay. The immediate outcome, we've got the ace of hearts. Okay. And all what this card means is the heart, you know, just love, you know, happiness, romance. Happy romance is the heart cards, but the ace means just totally heart. So happiness, so the heart. And the seventh card is the immediate outcome. So the immediate outcome, we're going to have glad hearts. All right. Because the present pattern shows what is active right now, the forces shaping the present moment. And that's all in this first row. All right. So let's move on to the second row here. I'm going to break this down in many ways. Row two, this middle one right here, is the path in motion. This row shows trajectory, the direction things are moving if nothing changes, right? That's important, if nothing changes. Okay, so the root cause, we have the Queen of Hearts. It's showing the root cause. This is a principal female. Somebody's sweetheart, maybe, or lady luck. But this card's about happiness and romance. So, you know, I'm wondering about this one. Because this is the root. Who is she? Who is she? She's a female and a principal in all of what's going on. The trajectory of now. Let's see. The root cause. The hidden influence is the nine of hearts, which is love and respect. Yeah. It's about a couple. Now, let's see if we make some sense out of this. Okay, so we got 8, 9, the hidden influence, root cause, hidden influence, couple, or maybe this one. These two seem to be hooked together. So number 10 is the Jack of Diamonds. 10 is the turning point. We're talking about the United States. So this is positive news. Positive news, expectation and hope. So, and so if we think about this, it's about thoughts, because it's in our thoughts where we hope and have expectations. And this is going to be the turning point for the United States, according to the cards. A turning point. The next is the lesson. Interesting. The lesson is the Two of Hearts. And this is about passion. That's what this card is about, passion. Two of Hearts. Passion is the lesson. Interesting. Okay. Now, the next card is the choice. Okay, so we've got the 5, 12. This is card 12. So this is about, we've got the clubs right here, 7 of clubs, all right? And the clubs, once again, involves money and worries about money. And this card talks about financial gain or loss. Financial gain or loss is the choice. Right now, the United States is in a state of loss, financially speaking, and there's big worries about that. Now, 13, card 13, the external influences. We've got the 10 of diamonds. So this is positive news and happiness. This is a card about happiness. So there's news, and it's going to bring happiness. It's positive news. And the 14th is the near future, the next 1 to 3 months. And this is 7 of clubs, involves money, worries, and this is just the card of worry. Just flat out worry. So this is tenfold, whatever worry it is, it's tenfold right here. All right. And this row 2 is the path in motion. All right. Now, row 3, the fate line, shows the long arc, the destiny pattern, the deeper unfolding. The shadow that must be healed, released, or confronted. We have the 3 of spades in this position. I'm going to try this. Sorry about the stupid camera thing. Okay. This is, oh yeah. This card here it talks to being cut off and obstacles. If you can see this, that's like a dirt road and water running down it and a tree down over it blocking. So we're cut off. Have a great obstacle. That is the shadow. And we've got to confront it. Well, and if we're talking about, the rest of the world is saying, you want to go it alone? Go it alone. Because what those that are present realizes and knows is that we do not manufacture what we consume here in the United States, and the dear leader, he has not set us up to consume what we need. He set us up to lose everything. So he's got his offshore accounts he set up, they went to Fort Knox. I'm sure the little buggers have, done something there too. But anyway, so we got to confront that. That's shadow. The gift, the blessing. It is blessings, talent, or resource of merging. It's the 3 of clubs. All right. That's a bricklayer. That's a bricklayer right there. Again, this card is about worries. It's money. So, but this card in particular is about perseverance and hard work. We've always been there with perseverance and hard work. Okay. The next card, 15, 16, card 17, the messenger. This is a person or event that brings important transformation. And it's the 6 of hearts. Okay, so this talks about a very nice trip or path. That's why it's got this beautiful little path there. I can't see them, but there's little critters and their happiness all around and a beautiful forest layout. So there's a path that is going to bring us important information. That's what it feels like, a path. Okay. Now we got 18, 14, 56. Yeah, card 18. 18th card is the transformation. What changes permanently? Oh, well, this is good because this is the 3 of diamonds, positive news. So this is a goal attained, success, and wish granted. That's why I got the dartboard on it, and the bullseye. All those hit the bullseye. See, I've always felt there's, and I know there's people in the background working feverishly to turn this ship around, to get us back on course, some kind of productive course. Okay. Now, what changes permanently is that 19 is the new path where the soul is trying to lead the United States. So the soul of the United States is trying to lead us. This is positive news. And this card is the card of friendship. So we got to make friends. Because the dear leader has kicked the shit out of all the friends we ever had. Can't believe Canada, look at the abominable. Okay, I'm not going there. All right. The 20th card is the long-term outcome. This is results over the next 6 to 12 months. Okay, so we got the 5 of hearts. Okay, and you see that? Is it gonna? There you go. What this card is a small gift. It's a little attention. It's given a little attention. It's like a small gift for us. All right. Or, we give it to somebody else. It's like a small gift. We'll see. Now, the 21st card is the fate card, the final truth, the karmic truth, the soul's contract, the unavoidable. I'm happy to see this. This is the Jack of Hearts. Jack of Hearts. New hope. Child. It's the younger generation, it's children. Yeah. Okay. So that's how that's laid out. The fate line, which I'm glad to see because, we started out with one spade, went to one club, then we got heart, diamond, diamond, heart, heart. So I'm glad to see that. Okay, now we're going to go into the first Passover, pass one, row by row, present trajectory. Row by row, the present trajectory fate is what it says. So if we look at the first row, we've got tragedy, and there is a lot of tragedy going on right now. But there's also positive news with meetings going on, and there's relationships that are building even in these dark times. But the older women are having that we're related to, because we're all related to somebody, some form or fashion. The older ladies are having problems money wise, financially, the bulk of them. Not talking about the bulk of them. I'm just going to leave it at that, the bulk of them. And then we have the Four of Clubs. So this is about undecided businesses and financial insecurity. And so this is, because things are shifting so much right now. So that's a big worry. And this is the present trajectory. And then we have the Nine of Spades in this top line. This could be somebody's funeral or somebody's real illness, health problems affecting our trajectory. And ain't that the truth? Not going to name nobody, but ain't it the truth? But at the end of it, our heart is still in it. The romance and happiness of who the United States can be, has been, and will be better. Even with all the icky stuff of the past, we're in a learning curve here. And that's a positive. That's about the best positive card we could get for that. Okay, so if we're looking on the road two as trajectory. Okay, yeah, this is the present, this is trajectory, and this is fate line. Yeah. So this woman, the Queen of Hearts, followed by the Nine of Hearts. So there's a female. This is a particular female with the essence of Lady Luck. All right. And the Nine of Hearts. So there's love and respect for this woman. All right. This is the trajectory. The Jack of Diamonds speaks of hope and expectations. The Two of Hearts speaks about passion, which we definitely need. This is the trajectory we're on. And then we have the Five of Clubs. So and we know there's financial loss. Okay. And there's worries about it, and we should be worried about it. And we got to deal with that. But there's also happy news. There's positive news also amongst all this, but also, and then the seven of clubs, which is just flat out big time worry. This man is standing in front of the utility company, the electric company, with, wondering where he's going to get the cash to pay the bills, you know. So this is the trajectory line we're on. Then the fate line, that third row, we've got a big obstacle, we're being cut off. But also, that's with the third or the three of spades, but the three of clubs is right next to it. And that is perseverance and hard work. The image of the bricklayer laying it down. Okay. And then there's a nice path, a very nice trip or a path. I would say, being to the United States, it's a path. All right. And then next to that, the three of diamonds, where our goals are attained. We have success. We have wish granted. All right. This is our fate. This is the fate line. Then we have the five of diamonds, which is with friendship card. So I expect we're going to build some friendships again. Hold on to some. Some of them know it's not most of us, and they know, they understand. Thank goodness. So there's going to be some attention, not big time, but there'll be a little bit of attention. There'll be small gifts. And then our final card here is new hope and the child, because that's where our hope is, in our children. Okay, now we're going to look at I'm going to do a pass two, they call it the columns. Each column shows a storyline. Column 1, 8, and 15, right here. The story. First story up here is we have tragedy. This is a death and worry card, the ace of spades. There's a woman, she's a principal in all this. She's looked at like a sweetheart, like Lady Luck, this woman. And then we have another card, this three of spades. This is one of the most feared cards in the deck. This is being cut off, and it's an obstacle. It could cause death, and it definitely has worries to it. And this woman is right in the middle of it. I don't know who she is, but there's a woman right in the middle of this storyline. Okay, let's look at the second storyline. And we got 2, 9, and 16. Okay. So cards 2, 9, and 16 is the next one. It tells us there are new meetings. Positive news is coming through meetings that are happening. In the middle of it is respect and love. And on the other side of that, we have the card of the three of clubs, which is perseverance and hard work. Yeah, the worries are there. It involves money, but it's a good story. It's a good story. Okay, and then we've got the card 3, 10, and 17. Okay, so our next storyline. So we've got the 8 of clubs, which is the friendly flirt. All right. The Jack of diamonds, which is positive news of hope and expectation. And then the 6 of clubs, which is a very nice trip, a very nice path. Okay. sounding good, isn't it? And our last column of the storyline, or do I do, well, these are the ones I've got here. Each column tells the story, so I'm gonna just go through all of it. Okay, the next one is the card 4 and 11 and 18. So we've got the Queen of Clubs. This is our friendly older woman, a relative, a relation. We've got a relationship to her, and she's having money problems, you know. She's counting her coins. In the middle of this story is passion, happiness. And the outcome of that story is good, positive news. Goal attained, success, and wish granted. Okay, so I don't expect that to continue on. All right. So then we've got card 5, 19, and 20. Or wait a minute. No. 5, 12, and 19. There you go. So we start with the 4 of clubs. 4 of clubs is financial insecurity and an undecided business. Because so business enterprise it's going to affect that. You know, there's big worries about it. And then the 5th of clubs is underneath there. This is where it's either financial gain or loss here. So it could go either way. But then here we got the positive news of friendship. So it looks like this is going to work itself out. Now, the next storyline, we've got the 9 of spades. This where somebody's looking at a funeral, serious health problem, an illness, which is followed by happy news, positive news for happiness. And the last one here is gets a little attention. It's a small gift. So maybe we'll be having a funeral and it's going to be good news for everybody in the United States. That's what it feels like to me. And then cards 7, 14, and 21, the last storyline row or column, last storyline column. We've got the Ace of Hearts, which is just love. Just our heart is all in and it feels great, happy. But in the middle of this, we've got worries, big worries involving money, big time. But at the end of the story here, we've got happy heart, new hope in the child. So, you know, it feels like a bit of a roller coaster, a bit, doesn't it? Yeah. Okay, so now the third pass over these cards. We're going to look at the jokers and the court cards. All right. I got no jokers on the board. None of the jokers showed up. But court cards, we've got the Queen of Clubs, which is the older woman, a relation. Okay. Followed by the Queen of Hearts, the lucky lady, the sweetheart, the principal female. Followed by the Jack of Diamonds. This is hope. expectation. Ending with the Jack of Hearts, which is new hope and a child and the children. So, and this is for over the next 6 to 12 months. Okay. Let's see. One of these was, which one was it? The short term. Well, hopefully you remember. But this is interesting. It's an interesting read layout. You know, let me know if you like it. You know, if you're thinking bunk. It's interesting. The unseen energy, when I look at the bottom of the deck, involves money and a friend. Pulling his pockets out, looking. Friend's got no cash. So we're going to be, things are going to be tight for a while. That's just all there is to it. But, the United States has been through a hell of a lot worse. And they've got a lot of, the United States, we've got a lot of accounting for to do, And, our ancestors, they didn't have everything right. And there are some flub ups, and we've got to fix things. We've got to make things better, So, anyway, let me know what you think. If you hung out, if you're here still, thank you very much. Thank you, and please do hit the thumbs up. And I really appreciate you being here. Y'all have a good day and take real good care of yourself. And I'll see you in the next round. Thank you very much.